Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs, but not too far away from me, is Tad. How's it going,
Yeah,
Tad?
we're only like 25 miles away right now,
Yeah,
maybe 30. And
yeah,
we actually got to see each other on Thursday night
yeah, that was pretty cool. Like, it's
because you're
always,
even closer to my school.
I know. My wife picked this place out just randomly when I told her, yeah, an Airbnb would be a good idea for this weekend. So she just randomly picked it, and it happened to be so close to
Yeah,
where you are,
Wheeling.
and
Yep,
yeah, close to where Sean's at.
there you go. Worked
Yeah,
out nicely.
yeah. So,
Worked out nicely.
what's going on with you this week?
Ah, I mean, just a normal week. The
Yeah.
world's interesting, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
humorous.
Mm-hmm.
On the less humorous side, there's just still a world of hurt going on in Israel Palestine. Though the first aid trucks were allowed in last night. So there's some UN assistance going to refugees right now. Um, and because we take our role as leaders of the free world so seriously, the the House of Representatives still doesn't have a speaker.
I know.
Jim Jordan
It's
got even less votes yesterday,
mm-hmm.
and then was told to quit in a secret ballot closed door conference.
Quit it.
And then because they take their jobs so seriously, they're going home for the weekend to, well, let's be honest, fundraise um before coming back to consider who they should try to make speaker next. Um,
It's
I
crazy.
swear to God, they should just be locked in the room until they get something done. Like no bathroom breaks, no nothing.
Yeah. It's going to be a while before we have a new Speaker of the House. That's for sure.
Which, I mean, if we had a sane government where we had like something in place where if you don't come up with a new budget by X time, the old budget continues and or even continues with a inflation adjustment, that wouldn't be a problem. But
Mm-hmm.
we're less than 3 weeks away from the end of the continuing resolution.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at which point, um, everybody who works for the federal government will go home because they have to, because they're not getting paid, because the bills to keep the lights on aren't getting paid. Um, for that matter, I haven't even heard discussion yet. Normally, they'll have like a quick vote on who's considered essential, and those people have to stay at work. They don't get paid to stay at work, though they generally do get back pay when the government reopens. But if there's no speaker, I don't know if that will work or not. Um, I don't know enough about the process.
Right.
Um, so I mean, what happens if we don't even have a mechanism for designating who's essential?
That's true.
um, and never mind, our allies who are in wars with truly horrible people, um, need our help, and we're in a place where we can't give it until our dysfunctional, spoiled brat of a grand old party um,
Mhm. That's a good way of putting it.
gets their act together. Um, But in happier political news, both Sidney Powell and Ken Cheesebro pled guilty and turned state's evidence this week. So if I'm Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani and uh, Mark Meadows, I think I'm shitting in my pants right now.
No kidding.
Um, yeah.
Well, at least somebody turned. I didn't think anybody would.
Oh, I knew people were. And this is, I mean, the first one was that bail bondsman who
Yep.
nobody knew who he was, and that's why, of course, he turned. I'm actually shocked that I'm shocked that, like, in the documents case, he's got like two low-level staffers on trial with him rather than having flipped already.
Right.
I mean, it's like, what can he possibly offer them that's worth the possibility of like decades in prison?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's that rich, and he's certainly not known for keeping his promises. So yeah, no. Of particular note is both Sidney Powell and Ken Cheesebro are among the unindicted co-conspirators in the DC um, insurrection case.
Yep.
So while they haven't worked out deals with Jack Smith yet, they are both lawyers and they have lawyers, so they know that all the testimony they give in Atlanta will be admissible in DC, and it's all very, very much related. So you know that they're working out whatever deals they can pull with that, and the DC trial just got a lot more interesting.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do have a small piece of comics news. It's a slow news week in comics because New York Comic Con was last weekend and explosion in news. And I suppose we could have done a New York Comic Con roundup, but I didn't feel like
rounding
up everything together. Yeah, there was so much that came out of New York Comic Con last week.
Yeah.
If you love comics, just go to your favorite comics news site and search NYCC, and you'll get a list of articles.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Right. But something that did come out this week is Dark Horse is going to release another volume of James Tynion and Mike Oeming's Blue Book.
I really like that book.
Yeah, I did too. This one's set in 1947, so I think 20 years or so before the other one.
Mm-hmm.
More true alien stories, or true-ish alien
True-ish, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the true story that was told by whoever.
Yeah.
You know, they're not creating the fiction. And there's at least a chance that whoever told the story believes it to be true. That sort of thing. So yeah.
Correct.
So new to order date is actually passed, but we don't have new catalog yet. So I'm just gonna fly through well, the collections of graphic novels we've talked about a bunch of times already. So I'll highlight my favorites. But new series coming out that if you haven't gotten your orders for issue 1 in, you really should. Animal Pound #1 from Tom King and Peter Grosz. Blasphemous #1 from America Andolfo. Book of Butcher from James Tynion and Werther Dell'Edera is a further expansion of the Something is Killing the Children universe. Daredevil Gang War from Erica Schultz and Sergio Davila. There are a couple other Gang War titles starting up as well. Hellboy Winter Special Yule Cat from Matt Smith. Brian Bendis and Alex Maleev have a new creator-owned series called Masterpiece. And David Lapham with his wife Maria are doing a new I was going to say it's called Under Heist. I was going to say a new heist book, and then I went, we'll just be repeating heist. Yeah,
Under Heist.
New heist book at at Boom called Under Heist. Um, Definitely worth checking out. Uh, Lots of good graphic novels in this catalog. Those aren't quite as important to order in advance, but you should definitely go look at them. Of particular interest are the collection of Mortal Sergeant from Joe Kelly and Ken Nomura. Such a great book. Definitely one of my shortlisted books for best of the year. Um, Also on my short list for best of the year is Traveling to Mars, Mark Russell and Roberto Mele. Interesting looking graphic novel from Paul Tobin and Jem Milton, Voyage des Gourmets. It's from the Mad Cave Maverick line, so it's a young adult book, but it looks like it's going to be one of those like all ages type things. If I recall correctly, we've got. We'll even go quickly look it up. Fill some time.
Sure.
You're not filling time.
Oh, I'm filling time. Oh, I thought you
Well,
said
because I'm typing.
This is good filling time.
We don't like dead air. Remember?
So while Tad's looking that up,
I'm already there. Teenagers compete in a reality TV cooking show that puts their friendship to the test. So yeah, it's a social media sensation of a cook selected to compete in a TV show called Voyage des Gourmets, a globetrotting foodie adventure. However, his partner is his former best friend, someone that he really wronged with some of his posts. Can the two find forgiveness, flavor, and themselves on this journey? And again, it's from Paul Tobin, who I love his work.
Mhm.
Paul Tobin does Bandette, which is another great all ages book. So, that's why we know he can do the all ages. But what did he do recently that we loved?
I'm not sure.
No,
The name is super familiar,
was
but
he the one that did Calculated Man?
yes, that sounds
I
familiar.
feel like he was.
Let me look that up real quick. A calculated man.
Um, blah, 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 blah.
I'm looking it up. Aftershock comics.
See, as we're both looking things up, though, there's that's
Paul Tobin. Yep.
Calculated Man.
Yep, you are correct.
So, yeah. Oh, we also did. You're a fan of Bunny Mask.
Yes, that was a good one.
Yeah, yeah. So talented guy. So I'm definitely looking forward to that graphic novel. And then, I mean, Brubaker and Phillips, Where the Body Was. You can't skip Brubaker and Phillips.
No, hardcover.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because it's an original graphic novel. That's how they've been doing everything is releasing as hardcover first, kind of like Parasocial.
Yeah, which is really cool. I can't wait to pick up Parasocial.
I'm going to be at Challengers today, so I think I will grab it while I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm assuming they'll have a copy.
yeah.
Final order cutoff on a couple of awesome books. Jason Aaron has jumped Marvel for DC. And his Batman Off-World #1 comes out November 21st. Final order cutoff is October 30th. And we've talked about it a couple times. Rick Remender, Andy Samberg, Joe Troem, and Ralam Bashi's Holy Roller.
This should be pretty good.
The bowling superhero.
Yep. I'm excited for it.
I am too. I mean, because Remender's got the comic chops, Samberg has the comedy chops, and it just sounds ridiculous.
Uh-huh. What is your opinion on celebrities writing comic books? Like, you know what I mean?
If they do it well,
it just feels
anything
like
that elevates the medium. I don't think we're anywhere near the point where there are actually too many things coming out and it winds up hurting people.
Not yet. No.
I think particularly, if there's any chance that it gets more people to recognize comics as a legitimate medium that it's
Hmm.
worth exploring,
Hmm.
um, there's positive as long as it's good.
Hmm.
What I don't want is, oh, let's let this celebrity do crap, but they're a celebrity, so we're going to publish it. You know,
Hmm. That's
um,
what I'm worried about.
right.
Not with
I
this
always
book
worry
in
about,
particular, but
but
in
but but
general.
but we haven't really seen that yet.
No.
Um, Berserker was fantastic.
Yeah, I was worried about it. Berserker
Uh,
initially.
there was, the only reason I wasn't is I couldn't see Matt Kint signing on to anything that wasn't going to be fantastic.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So,
And you see it everywhere. Like they had like in that manga store I went to yesterday, they had giant copies of it. Like
cool.
big editions. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Berserker came out, what label that came out on, but
Are you certain that that wasn't the manga Berserker?
well, it's spelled the same
It
with.
used
I didn't
it
look at
didn't
it real
have the
carefully.
vowels.
Uh-uh. I just saw the
Okay.
spine of the book, but anyway, I
Okay.
guess so.
Because
There's
there
a
is a
manga.
manga called Berserker, but it has the E's.
Does it? Maybe I didn't look that closely and just assumed it was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
main.
It's a much older series and also very, very popular.
Okay.
So
Considering I was in a manga store, that very well could have been it.
it feels more likely, but I don't want to guarantee that there's not a crossover.
Yeah.
I don't want to guarantee it.
uh,
Kickstarter is worth looking at. Bonito City Tragedy from Rick Geary, and go listen to Kelly and I's conversation with Rick Geary. He's a really cool guy. Zorro, Man of the Dead, Sean Godin Murphy through November 4th. Deathstalker from Slash, Tim Seeley, Jim Terry, and Stephen Kostansky from Vault Comics through November 10th. And
yep.
just dropped and instantaneously funded Thorn, the complete proto bone from Jeff Smith. It's a collection of his old um, Ohio State University uh, like uh, cartoons that
Hmm.
he drew and published when he was in college. Um, you've
It
got
was
to November
instantly funded,
17th.
huh?
Pretty much.
That's awesome.
I mean, I think by the time I ordered mine, it was less than half an hour in and already at like triple its funding.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's Jeff Smith.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Smith. I mean, they reached the first stretch goal, which was the apparently there were like I want to say 3 Thorn mini comics that now they're reproducing the mini comics, and in the hardcovers there's like sleeves in the back to put them in.
Hmm.
So yeah, it looks really cool. Just totally awesome. Um yeah, totally
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah, but definitely have to
So
go get that book.
what'd you love this week, Tyler?
I really love Dwellings. My
And
number one
see,
picture.
I thought this issue was too wordy.
It was very wordy. It took me a long time to get through it.
I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but I liked the first issue better.
Hmm. I'm just really digging this series, this cutesy horror.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
no,
I
I
don't know.
get that, but particularly because of your second book,
Hmm.
like it was up. There was another book with a very similar feel
Hmm. Got it right
that I
here.
thought did it so much better this week.
True. I read Dwellings last, so maybe that had something
Right.
to do with it.
I mean that was my issue. That was how Dwellings didn't make my list.
Okay.
Um, my list that almost went 27 this week,
Hmm.
and then I cut it down to 9
Thank
because
you.
I couldn't quite get to 27, even
Couldn't
though there
quite
were
make it.
so many amazing books this week.
Yeah. That second book you're referring to is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees.
Oh, so good.
It was really good. I got the B cover. I was a little bummed because I got there kind of late in the day, so like the A cover was gone.
Right.
But the B cover's still cool.
It is. Well,
But
and you're in a town with a lot of comic shops. If you want the A cover, I'm certain you could. find it this
Oh
week.
no, I'm not that beat up about it, but it's still really cool. I love it on the inside of Beneath the Trees. On the inside cover is a newspaper.
Yeah,
I think that was really cool, right? Where
yeah,
they printed like the old school newspaper in there.
yeah. And just I mean, I love that you've got this town full of animals, but then or you've got this town full of talking animals, but then there are regular animals too.
Right. It kind of reminds me of like Mickey Mouse, right? Because you got Goofy as a dog, but then you've also got Pluto, the dog. One can
Right,
talk and one can't.
right, right, right. So,
And then my third pick for the week was Fables, number 160. We're coming
which
to
I
the
didn't
end
make
here.
it to.
This is part 10 of 12.
Right.
So we're coming to the end of Bill Willingham's run on Fables. Because I think he'll finish up
See,
12, and then who knows what he'll do then.
see, I'm a little surprised that my second book didn't make your list. I had to go nine. I had to go nine
Mhm.
because even going nine, I didn't have room for Bone Orchard Tenement number five. I didn't have room for Conanon number four. I didn't have room for Dwellings number two or Daredevil number two or Harley Quinn Black, White, and Red are number four. Kill Your Darlings number two. Local Man number six. Rumpus Room number two. You know, really
Mhm.
good week of comics. Platinum Agent Comics. Can't say it often enough.
For sure.
But Brubaker and Marcus Martin dropped Friday number eight, and it didn't disappoint. So it pretty much just dropped right into the top spot on my list.
Nice.
Um, Knocking out Hack Slash Back to School number one from Zoe Thorogood, which I'm surprised didn't make your list. I thought you were a Hack Slash guy.
I am. I really liked it. It's
Uh,
just
it's
probably,
so,
if I
so
had
good.
to rate it, I'd probably put it at number four. It,
So
it was
good.
really good. I really liked it. But
So good. Um, and then going back to Mike Oming, who we talked about up front in the news, he and Victor Santos dropped their graphic novel Project Monarch,
uh-huh.
um, which is like it plays with conspiracy theories. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. It plays with conspiracy theories and like an idea of an Illuminati and that sort of thing, and it's just batshit crazy and hilarious, and I really enjoyed it.
I can't wait to read
Yeah,
it.
that's the way I'll put it.
Yeah. So those are
Which
your
is how
top.
those
Go
are the
ahead.
top three. Yeah.
Yep.
Which is how Asadora, no matter how good it was, and thankfully we're going to be talking about it in detail anyway, wouldn't have made my top three, which is why I had to go nine this week. I had to go nine this week because Asadora was amazing, and we'll talk way more about it. So was Scrapper number four with the introduction of
hmm
cats. We've now got cats with our dogs in our Scrapper universe from Cliff Blazinski, Alex DeCampi, and Sandy Jarrell. I adored Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees number one from Patrick Horvath, and it still fell to number six.
it was good. I really loved it. It was number two for me.
Right. Number seven was the conclusion of Doug Wagner's amazing Click Click Boom.
Yep.
Number eight
Was a Matt Kint book.
was Matt Kint and Wilfredo Torres's subgenre, which is I think it's kind of an expansion of the Bang universe.
hmm
Yeah, I don't know entirely how to describe it except it was fun. It's hard to describe Matt Kint, particularly early on, because you need your murder board
hmm
and your red string.
You gotta connect the dots.
Right. And then Joanne Starrer and Carrie Randolph's Sirens of the City, which like mashes up a young adult coming of age love story with, uh vampires and sirens and witches and stuff and just general fun.
Well, that
Um
sounds awesome.
it is. And I
I
look
should
forward
check
to
it out.
forward to
Sirens of
checking
the
it out this
City.
week. Sirens of the City. Um, yeah. So it was a
Cool.
great week in comics.
Mm-hmm.
Next week looks pretty good too. But before we get to next week, let's talk a little um Asadora.
Yeah. So I traveled around looking for this book because I forgot to order it ahead of time, and I found it
But
in the
I
nick of,
sent you to Kinokuniya,
and I found it in
which
the
is
nick of time.
amazing.
Yep. Wish I had more money. I would have spent a buttload there. But as it was,
On the art supplies.
both the manga and the art supplies,
Yeah.
both, and the pop vinyl. They had a lot of pop vinyl figures
Yeah,
there.
they did well, and mostly like anime ones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it was nice because my son's really into anime, and it got us a chance to be talking about some of his favorite anime. And so when we got back home, we started watching Chainsaw Man, which is just nutty as heck.
Well, I mean, do you want to know something terrible?
Yeah, sure.
They do have an online store.
They do. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I may be
Um,
ordering from them in the future, especially if we continue with talking about Asadora.
Otherwise, it does look like the closest one to you is the Chicago one.
Yeah, probably. I've never heard of it before.
They've got 5 in California, 6 in California, 2 in Oregon, 1 in Washington, 4 in Texas, Chicago, Atlanta, New Jersey, and New York are their American stores.
Yeah, well, it's definitely worth checking out. I had a good time, and the Japanese market that was there was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're talking about Asadora Volume 7. It's been a
So
while since we've talked about Asadora,
now
but
let's talk a little bit of structure here because
sure.
this is something that I both love and hate about manga.
Okay.
Or at least reading it in the US collected editions. You can tell that it's designed as a weekly,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. You can tell that they care a little about wrapping up individual chapters, but they don't necessarily care about how many overall chapters it takes, which is
I
awesome.
noticed I noticed that too. It was yeah.
But the American editions, they seem intent on making them all the same length. So what happened was we got left on such a cliffhanger at the end of the last book.
Mm-hmm.
And like 2/3 of this book, which again, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
No, more than 2/3 of this book.
We got all this backstory of Soda running with this drug bag.
Yeah, no. So like yeah, all but one chapter of this book. Chapters 45 through 50.
Uh-huh.
And we're getting chapters 45 through 51 in this volume.
Mm-hmm.
Chapters 45 through 50 are just resolving the action sequence that was started in the last volume.
Correct. It is a bit annoying that we have to.
No, I mean, again, that's amazing because to go ahead and play that level of depth,
Mm-hmm.
to have it be an action sequence but also a dramatic sequence, to have it be an action sequence but also a character building sequence, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But in some ways, I feel like it should have ended here.
Mm-hmm.
With the "you were right," and possibly even had the first or the last chapter or the last 2 chapters from the last book, which had the similar issues. I mean, in terms of it being an an individual reading experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because we got to have the even number of chapters, we've got Asadora coming home, and it the very start of a story about, at what age do girls get to start making some of their own decisions about. And I love that all of those things are in Asadora, but it's kind of a jarring experience to have it all
It
be in
does.
one volume.
It does, yeah. From chapter to chapter, or even in the middle of a chapter, it will switch right to the, from Soda and
Well,
it's
but I
running.
mean, when it switches in the middle, that's
Hmm.
fine. But again, what I'm talking about is there was the end of a story arc.
Hmm. Right in the middle. Yeah.
Well, not right in the middle, one
Oh,
chapter from the end of what we read. And
right.
rather than starting the next story arc with the next book, we start the next story arc with the last chapter in this book, just because they didn't happen to line up in the way they're publishing, which is X number of chapters at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Because
know,
these are remarkably all the exact same size.
I don't think it's an accident. It's we get to this number of pages and then
We stop.
well, no, we don't stop because they have the weekly one come out in Japan.
Hmm.
We're a little bit less than a year behind where they are in Japan,
Hmm.
which is the other thing, because I mean, it's not really a complaint because of the way they do things in Japan, where they work a week at a time. I imagine that there's even less in terms of knowing exactly how long things are going to take.
Hmm.
You know, I imagine that there's even less ability to truly plot out everything, right?
Right.
Um, so making the decisions on where the graphic novels should, I mean, I guess in that sense, I like that they're not writing to the graphic novel. So sometimes I feel like in the US, story arcs that should have been 3 issues are 5 issues, or that should have been 8 issues are 6 issues, because that's the graphic novel length.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's
Yep.
just it's just an interesting difference in the way it's not a complaint nearly as much as it's an observation. And it will be interesting because I've noticed that the great series, they get released as they come out,
Hmm.
but then when they're done, they get like special editions. It will be interesting to see how they split it up when they do like a bigger, nicer edition.
Right.
If they make more story-based splits, or if they still are doing, we want every book to be the same width.
It'd be nice if they would do it like you said, more story. That'd be kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
interesting to read the difference, but
Yeah.
I really love the color pages. I wish they would do
Yeah.
more of the color pages.
Well, but again, that comes down to they're on the weekly.
Hmm. I,
Every once in a while they'll decide to color a book for the American market.
hmm.
I don't know which I like better, when we get different from what came out, or I don't know if I'd mind if there was sometime a full color version, but on the flip side, some of these are just so good in black and white.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm not complaining about the black and white. It's just so nice just to open it up and just
yeah,
see a couple colored pages.
yeah. Well, and at least it's at the beginning. Every once in a while, I mean, for the same reasons that we were just talking about, the color pages wind up in the middle, and it's like,
That is true. That the last couple have been at random spots in the books.
because the color pages are based on, I mean, sometimes it's the beginning of an arc, but a lot of it's based on, um, we're making this the spotlight story in this issue of Shonen Jump, or whatever. Does it say where it's originally collected?
Viz, but
No, no, no. Original Japanese version published by Shogakukan. Uh, but it doesn't say specifically what the name of the magazine that it comes out in is. But yeah, no, it's I'm certain that well, not certain. I bet you if you'd looked yesterday, you could have found the digest that had because Kinokuniya has all of the various weekly mangas.
I did look at those digest size things and
Right. So
going,
I'm certain you could have found the one that had the newest chapter of
the newest,
Asadora.
yeah,
It would have been in Japanese and it would have been,
way further down the line than this one.
many chapters ahead of this one.
Yep. That if I lived in the area, that might be how I would read a lot of stories. Is just get the weekly
Yeah. I think about it
digest.
sometimes. I'm too much of a word guy, and I don't know if I'd want to like Google Translate it all.
Oh, that's true. It's Japanese.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot. It's
Um,
not English.
I mean, the stories are so dynamic that you don't always need the words.
No, but they help.
So, I mean, there are times where I'm very tempted. I mean, this is just so dynamic.
Mhm. We get to actually see the monster's face in this one, which is really
Yeah.
cool.
Well, and it
Even when
gets up on two legs and
and it seems to change shape to me.
yeah, a little bit.
Uh, like sometimes it looks like it's like a raging monster, and other times it looks like a dinosaur, and then sometimes it looks kind of like there's a drawing of it in the book here that looks kind of like a triceratops with like a lot of eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. At the beginning of chapter 47.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
no, and here's my question for you.
uh-huh.
Um, let's talk about the drug for a second.
Okay.
Do you think that it just messes with his mind and makes him think that he got bigger and fought the monster? Or do you
Oh,
think he got bigger and fought the monster?
I read it as he got bigger and fought the monster.
That's how I read it until he was fighting with a dog on the beach.
That's true. Huh. I never thought about it that way, that he just thought that he had gotten bigger.
Is it like a hallucinogen or is it
Or if it actually changed him. Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
That'll be an interesting thing to kind of follow.
This is the most action-packed volume that we've seen in a
Oh
while. I
yeah, no,
remember.
I mean again, like the all but two chapters take place in like the span of half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then one chapter is like the immediate aftermath of that. So like the next day. I guess both of the other chapters are the next day, but um one of them is show the next day and one of them is Asa the next day, and show the
Mm-hmm.
next day is more tightly connected to the monster.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, is Naoki Urasawa writing other series right now or just this
I
one?
don't think so. Because remember, he writes and draws.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Weekly.
every once in a while you have somebody go insane, or I remember when I realized that uh Mice and a Cuckoo and um uh, blah, 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 blah. What's the other one? Rumiko Takahashi early on had uh yeah, for 7 years she had um Yurusei Yatsura and Maisuna Kuku coming out simultaneously. And for three of
Wow.
those years, for 3 of those years, she also had Mermaid Saga coming out. And then, well, no, and then for for 7 years, she had Mermaid Saga, Ranma One Half, 1 Pound Gospel, and Runic Theater coming out pretty much simultaneously.
That's insane. That is a crap ton of
Yeah.
work. Holy buckets.
I mean, I guess Runic Theater was just short stories that she was doing randomly, but yeah, she had one, two. Okay, I guess Mermaid Saga was irregularly published,
Sure.
but Ranma and 1 Pound Gospel were coming out weekly between 87 and 96 and 87 and 2006, respectively.
Wow.
You know, Inuyasha was a weekly.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess what I don't know for certain is whether they were actually in every week's issues. But yeah, now she works one at a time. Her
Hmm.
last two series have been one at a time. But early on, it seemed like she did a crap ton of work all at once. Uh,
See, that's crazy to me. Like, because, like you said, manga artists and writers have to.
well, I know that they have assistants, so I don't know how it works out in terms of, you know, do they do and at some point we should possibly read one of the books about there are like manga books about mangaka.
Hmm.
So maybe we should read one of those to get a better feel. Um, but so I don't know how much is like they do layouts and somebody else fills in everything. I'm
Well, and
certain
there,
that other people are doing a lot of the backgrounds.
hmm and there
Um,
are, and there are repeated frames too. I don't know
yeah,
about this particular book, but I've seen it before where, they've repeated artwork. So that
right.
might be easier to.
But yeah, no, they I mean it's I'm looking here. It looks like he's only got Asadora going now.
Yeah.
Um, and he started it after he finished Mujirushi,
Hmm.
which is really good. That's a single volume one, which he actually did a few years after well, no, because he had Billy Bat. Oh no, that's the Master Keaton remaster. So he didn't have to do the same amount of work anyway. Yeah, Billy Bat crossed over with Pluto, maybe a little, but that could just be a publishing crossover rather than a. Though it does look like 20th Century Boys and Pluto crossed over,
Yeah, they
and
did quite a
Monster
bit.
and 20th Century Boys crossed over.
Hmm.
And it looks like Happy and Monster were being done simultaneously,
Both 20th Century Boys and Monster would be great to do a read through of those.
as were Yawara and Master Keaton
Hmm. I haven't read Master Keaton, but
and Pineapple Army and Yawara. And apparently he is also a musician.
Mm-hmm. I just saw that.
Are you on his Wikipedia page too?
I am born in 1960. I thought he was older for some reason, but he's only 63 years old.
I mean, when I look at pictures, I think he's younger.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he looks young.
The only reason you think I think he's older is because, he's been working since I was born or close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now I got to see if any of his music is on Amazon Music. It'd be
Just
great
to,
if I
just
could
to
go
check it
listen
out.
in. Well, I mean, it's like inspired by Bob Dylan, man.
Uh-huh. All
Um,
right.
but
So
yeah,
anyway,
so what are your um
I really like
observations? What
I
stood
really
out to
like
you?
you kind of brought up the way the book is laid out. I really like the pacing throughout the book. I thought we get just enough time with one character and then it switches, right? So we go
Okay.
from Shota and his problems to
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought the pacing was phenomenal
mm-hmm.
overall. Yeah. There
And then
is one
we
album on Amazon Music.
nice.
Also, possibly in English. The titles are certainly in English.
Hmm. Well, that's cool.
Oh.
So, are you reading? This came out by Viz Media. Are you reading anything else that came out by Viz?
I actually have a Viz subscription.
Do you?
Um, yeah, their subscription service is like $1.99 a month.
Okay.
Uh, so I mean, all of Takahashi is through Viz. Uh, there's a baseball book called Cross Game that I like a lot. I want to say Nana is Viz, which is another book that I like a lot. Um,
Cool. I'm gonna start reading more manga. I think if I ever
they're
get more. T
definitely well, and it's really nice, and I don't manage to um I don't I don't manage to read as much of it as I would like sometimes.
Mhm.
Um, just because Platinum Age of Comics. Um, but for that matter, I think Chainsaw Man is uh Spy X Family, Bleach,
Hmm.
Boruto, Naruto, My Hero
Mhm.
Academia,
Yep.
Junji Ito stuff comes out through Viz. Um, you're a horror guy. You'd like Junji. Have you read any Junji Ito?
I have not. I should look it up.
You would like Junji Ito. You would like Junji Ito a lot. He's very much your
Type of
oh, he's creepy as fuck.
how you spell that? Jun.
Junjito.
What does he write? Here's this picture. Cool. Well, I'll look into that sometime when we're not on the air, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I forget we're
So
recording sometimes.
no, I mean, because Platinum Age of Comics. That's just my excuse for everything. Platinum Age of Comics.
But anyway, that
So
was
yeah,
Asadora. Asadora Volume 7. If you're not reading it, you should be. It is so
yeah.
good.
Sucks that we gotta wait, what, probably 6 more months for the next one. Um,
Hmm.
I really wish that it was one of. I don't think Urasawa actually does anything digital yet. Um,
No, probably not. I haven't found his stuff at all.
right. So there's a handful of things that are at this point literally being uh translated and released pretty much like Chainsaw Man.
Hmm.
I want to say we get new chapters at roughly the same time they drop in Japan.
Wow, that's fast.
Uh, that they're translating immediately and releasing I believe it might not be one of the ones, but I think it's popular enough that it's one of the ones.
Yeah, there's tons of volumes of it. Holy buckets.
Right, right.
But it's it's funny though because it's definitely it feels like it's written by like a 12-year-old boy because the main character is obsessed with grabbing women's chests, right? And he talks about how he's got to grab her boobs. It's funny.
Yeah,
It was funny.
yeah.
It was funny. That's
It
for
it
sure.
can be interesting.
But anyway, so that was
They definitely have different hangups.
for sure.
If you wind up reading a lot of manga, you discover that there are certain things that we get uncomfortable with and won't put in our comics or whatnot that they have no problems with, and there are other things that we'd be completely comfortable with that they won't that they like shy.
Hmm.
You get a greater feel for the culture.
For sure.
Uh, but yeah, it looks like chapter 146 is what you can get to digitally
For
on
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man,
Oh, that is a lot.
released October 17th. Next chapter coming in 11 days.
Wow. Cool. Well, that was our great responsibility this week for Asadora, Volume 7 by Naoki Urasawa. Should we go on to our three books we hope will be spectacular, Tad?
Absolutely.
All right, you're up. What are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward to? I mean, comics. Looking forward to
Comics.
comics. But next week, I am seriously, seriously, seriously looking forward to Wonder Woman #2.
Hmm.
#1 was amazing.
Tom King is so busy. I mean, he's writing everything and all the time he's got a new book coming out.
Yeah, I mean next week he's got Penguin coming out too. But
Hmm.
but it's I mean next week I could have gone 9 on this side too, because uh Dark Spaces Dungeons didn't make my list. Firepower didn't make my list. Giant Robot Hellboy didn't make my list. God #1 from Jock at Distillery didn't make my list. Killmore #2. Lonesome Hunters Wolfchild #4. Money Shot Comes Again #5. Slow Burn #1. Star Trek #13. All of these things didn't make my list. Hell, what's the furthest place from here? #15 didn't make my list because my list was Wonder Woman #2 from
Hmm.
Tom King and Dan Semperi. Uh, Once Upon a Time at the End of the World #10 from Jason Aaron and Leila Del Duca. I love my post-apocalyptic love story going on here. And Drive Like Hell #1 from Rich Dueck and Alex Cormack.
I'm looking forward to that too. It didn't make
Love
my
me
list,
some
but
Alex Cormack.
I'll definitely be picking that up.
Um,
I didn't know. Okay, you've got listed here in your collections of stuff coming out. You've got Moonshine. I didn't realize they had a collection coming out. I loved that series.
well, the complete collection. So it's like the one volume version.
That's cool. I really
Yeah,
liked it. It was good.
I did too. And Chris Cantwell's Hellcat was amazing.
Hmm.
You can get a hardcover with all of Nice Heart House on the Lake or all of Parker Girls next week. And then there's a manga version of a bunch of Kafka short stories coming out that looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Just called Kafka.
Franz Kafka, Nishioka Coyote. Yeah. I can't read these names.
Nishioka Kyodai, which is actually the name that's used by, like, it's two people.
Okay.
And it's the pen name. I don't know how they split up work.
Sure.
But yeah, so good week worth of stuff.
Okay. And then on my list for this week, got Black Hammer the End, number 3, Jeff Lemire, Malachi Ward.
You like it?
I love it. I can't
read it. It's good.
I can't wait for you and I to do our Black Hammer read through.
One of these days. But that's another, like, long commitment.
It is, because it's a long series so far.
Yeah, they've done a lot of work. I mean, it's what, 7 or 8 library editions?
Yeah, and especially if we were going to do the entire universe, right? The Colonel Weird stuff.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
So.
And the one shots like Chulu Luis or whatever that one was. Right. Cthulhu Luis.
Yeah.
And then this one looked good. Was A Haunting on Mars, number 1, from Zach Chapman and Ruari Coleman, out from Scout Comics. I really like what Scout's doing, so I'm kind of willing to pick it up on speculation.
Yeah.
And then my last pick for next week, Giant Robot Hellboy, number 1, Mike Mignola and Duncan Agredo, out on Dark Horse.
Agredo. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Well, you got to get ready for some going downtown, right?
Yeah, I got to head downtown pretty soon.
I'll be going downtown as well, but not as early as you.
No, I got a Out of Darkness walk, starting at 9:30.
Okay.
It's the annual suicide awareness and prevention walk.
Mm-hmm. Where does that go from? Like, where does it start?
It's all down at Montrose Beach, so it's just a loop down by the beach. So, yeah.
Okay. We'll have fun with that, and I'll be down there as well at the Art Institute.
And I'll hit Challengers, and I get to see Johnny, and yeah, so
nice. It's gonna be a good day.
Elijah, who I forget if Elijah was on once. He might have been on once. He hasn't been. We need to have him on. He's a comic nut. If we ever do anything with DC, he's our DC guy.
We don't do a lot with DC though, do we? Once in a while,
Tom.
Mm-hmm. Once in a while, we'll bring up a Batman book, but usually that's if it's a Black Label one,
or Wonder Woman,
or Wonder Woman. Yep. I know. I just saw that number 2. I meant more of DC, talking about DC if it was a Batman.
No, I know.
But
yeah, no. Sometime. I mean, we took this. I don't want to necessarily spend a year with DC the way we did with Marvel, but at some point maybe we should try to plan something where we spend a little bit of time exploring the DC mythos. Okay,
I'll be down with that.
Yeah. And we do our annual Legion of Superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, not like we do no DC love.
Right.
We've talked to the former president of DC Comics a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. But I like that idea of coming up with doing some kind of retrospective of DC.
Yeah, we'll have to see if there's either a good book to read or figure out a way to frame something.
Okay, I'll be down with that.
Yeah, that's something to throw in the back of our heads. Maybe I'll even bring it up with Elijah. Like I said, he's my DC boy. We could force him to commit to taking us on a tour of the DC universe, getting up early every Saturday for a month. As an early 20-something, that would almost be torture to him, except that he'd be getting to teach about the DC universe. So, we'll see.
That would be funny.
Eddie, you gonna say hi? Say
No,
hi.
he's gonna be quiet.
Say hi.
All
Kelly
right,
got a
every
recording of him meowing, so we'll have to send that at some point for you to be able to edit him in.
at the end of
You're
every
not going to say
episode.
anything, Eddie? Not going to say anything, Eddie? No? No?
All right, everybody. Thanks for
He's
listening in.
shy. Not camera shy, but he's microphone shy.
Mike
I mean,
Shy.
he's not shy of like playing with the microphone, but he doesn't like to talk into the microphone.
All right. So we'll catch you guys after the next page. Later. You've got the.
I do.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.